back in 2024, Johnny Gaudreau died in August of 2024. And he was very much expected to make it on this team. And in fact, the coach of this team wound up telling his parents he was going to draft Johnny, who's here in the Boston shirt on the right, with his brother, shown there, Maddie or Matthew. So he was going to make this team. He was destined for this team, and the guys knew it. And the reason Johnny is not on this team is because in August of 2024, he and his brother Maddie were home for their sister's wedding, and they were riding their bikes, and both were struck and killed by the same allegedly drunk driver. Johnny was 31, Maddie was 29. Both of them had wives who were pregnant at the time they were killed. It's just absolutely devastating. It was the day before their sister's wedding that they were killed. They were riding their bikes on the right sort of shoulder of the road. There were two cars coming their way, and a third by the defendant, in this case, driver Sean Higgins. And Sean Higgins allegedly thought the two cars in front of him were going too slow. And when the two cars got to the two bikers and did what we all do when we hit bikers on the, not hit, but come up to bikers on the road, they went a little bit more towards the left, towards the middle lane, you know, the dividing lane, to give the bikers room so that you don't hit the biker when you go around him. This guy, Sean Higgins, allegedly saw an opportunity to get past them. So he tried to pass them on the right and ran over Johnny and Maddie, two incredibly wonderful, by all accounts, young men just there to celebrate their sister's wedding, and killed them both, and then also left the scene of the accident, say police. They allege that he blew a .087. There's a .08 limit on blood alcohol content. He admitted to having supposedly 5 or 6 beers. And as you well know, in that situation, if you're going to admit to 5 or 6, you probably had well more. He'd been drinking all day. And now he's charged, he's 44, with aggravated manslaughter, with reckless vehicular homicide, and with leaving the scene of an accident. And it's been going through motion practice. His defense attorneys tried to exclude his admission to the cops about the beers. And the judge said, no, that's staying in. They said he wasn't read his Miranda rights and therefore it should come out. The judge said it's staying in. They tried to immediately appeal it. The court said, no, they don't favor those piecemeal appeals. You got to let the whole thing play out. Then you can file your big appeal when you lose, which you likely will. And those two guys senselessly were taken while they had young wives. They had young children. Jane and Guy, their parents, were at the games to watch this team. And you could tell who they were immediately when they showed a shot of the crowd, because they clapped and they stood for every big moment, but they had a tough time smiling. Oh, how could it be any other way? You could see that they looked pained. You know, it was bittersweet for them, but they showed up. I mean, it's amazing that they showed up. They flew to Milan and they sat with the other parents and they cheered these guys every step of the way. Meredith was married to Johnny. Madeline was married to Maddie. Meredith and Johnny had 2 kids, Noah, a girl, and Johnny Jr. She was pregnant with another boy, baby Carter, when he was killed. Madeline, who was married to Maddie, was also pregnant. She gave birth to their first child after Maddie was killed, a little boy named Trip. She could barely get through an interview I saw of her on Good Morning America saying it was really Maddie who wanted kids so badly. Like he was just dying to be a dad. And both of the moms talking about taking the kids to the hockey rink, and Madeline talking about how it's tough for her to take the little baby there because it was Maddie's dream to take him, you know, to have a boy, to take him to the hockey rink and bring him up in their family Gaudreau tradition of teaching his son how to play. Now these 2 young, beautiful moms, widowed, far too young, raising these kids on their own. And these men of USA Hockey did not forget Johnny Hockey, or Johnny Gaudreau, who was going to make the team. They have been traveling with his jersey, number 13, throughout the Olympic Games, hanging it in the locker room. And then after they won, they took his jersey, these two guys, including the one I mentioned who got the assist, and skated Zach Werenski, who was also a Blue Jacket, just like Johnny was, and skated out on the ice holding Johnny's son, Johnny Jr., and little Noah, his girl, for the photo with the rest of the team. Watch.
All right, there they are paying homage to the late Johnny Gaudreau. And there's Mr. and Mrs. Gaudreau. Johnny meant so much to a lot of these guys on this team. And I live in the Philadelphia area, and I can tell you that Johnny Gaudreau is an absolute hero in the Philadelphia area, in South Jersey in particular. So many kids look up to Johnny Gaudreau and model their game after him. What a moment.
Really incredible. And bringing the two kids out there. It was so sweet, too. These hockey players, it's like being on ice is like being on land to them. There's no chance of like falling, because they took little Noah and they took little Johnny, who are just, I think, 3 and 2 respectively. And just get like, of course, the moms handed them over. And there they are skating in all their gear across the ice, like plopping down. They make it look so easy. You know, it's just like our figure skaters. They make it look like you could do it, don't they? Like you could actually do it. And the kids smiled for the camera, and what a moment. So these are sentimental, tough guys, which is tough to resist, right? And they're our boys, and they made us proud. And I cannot wait to see them tomorrow night at the State of the Union. I really hope Jack has not gotten his teeth fixed yet, or at least a prosthetic by then, because there's something very charming about his face the way it is right now. And I think they're going to be treasured forever, just in the same way the Miracle on Ice guys are. International disputes, inflation, rising national debt, digital currency. There's a never-ending list of reasons gold has risen over 700% in the last 20 years. And a never-ending list of reasons smart Americans diversify a portion of their savings into precious metals with Birch Gold Group. Gold can thrive during uncertainty, which is why it's a crucial part of a balanced financial strategy. It gives you peace of mind, given all the events that could impact the U.S. economy. See if holding gold in a tax-sheltered retirement account is right for you. Birch Gold can help you convert an existing IRA or 401k into an IRA in gold. Just text MK to the number 989898 to receive your free info kit on gold. There's no obligation, just useful information. With an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau and tens of thousands of happy customers, consider letting Birch Gold help you diversify with gold, so you too can have peace of mind, regardless of the uncertainty. Text MK to the number 989898. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.